Egypt won them in January. Let's talk to my colleague Mohammed Khatib. He's a presenter and producer with BBC Sports here in Cairo. 6 months to prepare for this tournament. Just how ready is Egypt?
I think everything is almost ready in terms of Egypt hosting the Africa Cup of Nations. Infrastructure was in place long ago. Actually, that was one of the main reasons Egypt was given the right to host the tournament when it was taken from Cameroon. The focus in the last 6 months was on the stadiums, and we have seen great attention from Egyptian officials. Yesterday, we've seen President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi visiting the Cairo International Stadiums to check on the final preparations to host the opening game. We have seen today that the Ministry of Interior released a statement to confirm that they are finalized the plan to secure a very safe Cup of Nations for all the tournaments. And actually, some of the teams are already here. We've seen Nigeria playing Senegal yesterday in the Ismailia. Guinea and Tanzania played Egypt in the last couple of days in a friendly game. So, yeah, we can see that Egypt is quite ready for that. And
of course, Egypt's not unused to having large numbers of guests in the country because it's a huge tourist attraction itself. A lot has been said, though, about the fact that since 2012, when they had football problems with fans in Port Said, fans have not really been allowed into football stadia, even to watch the local league here in Egypt. How do you think that's going to affect fan attendance during this competition?
It's definitely quite challenging for a country that has played the domestic league for about 7 years behind closed doors to host about 52 matches in the duration of 30 days with attendance of fans. But actually, Egypt has prepared for that. They introduced a new ticketing system, a new fan ID system, quite similar to that one that was in Russia in the World Cup. That's going to facilitate, according to the Egyptian officials, the way of fans to enter the stadiums. It's going to be controllable for them, and they're going to be knowing everyone who's going to be in the stands. That's going to facilitate. They say that Egypt tickets in the first round are already sold out. So some of them are already gone, and they're quite excited with the fact that there are some bookings on other games like Algeria, Senegal, Morocco, Ivory Coast. Some of these tickets are almost sold out as well. So fans are quite excited to be reintroduced to the stadium. For example, Cairo International Stadium, the venue of the opening game, Egypt-Zimbabwe, on Friday. This game is going to be the first game with the attendance of fans in 5 years. The last time Cairo International Stadium had that full house attendance was in the CAF Cup final in 2014 when Al Ahly beat Siwispor of the Ivory Coast. So every time we had the chance here in Egypt to see a game with the attendance of fans since Port Said, it was full house and there weren't much problems.
And you know, you're talking about the fans, the Egyptian fans. How easy have the Egyptian authorities made it for fans from other parts of the continent to attend these games?
I think the fan ID thing is going to be facilitating for fans to get their own visas to enter Egypt freely, and the fact that they can buy tickets online is going to facilitate their way to the stands, because last time Egypt hosted the tournament, there weren't any ticketing system, there weren't online system. You had to come to Egypt first, then buy a ticket to attend the game. Now you have your tickets prior to coming to Egypt, and I think with the distribution of the teams around the city of Cairo and even in Suez, Ismailia and Port Said, fans will have the chance this time to follow the teams easily and to attend the games regularly.
Brilliant. My very good friend and my colleague, Mohammed Khatib. I mean, we're friends now. We'll probably become rivals sometime during this tournament because everybody here in Egypt has been